Hello and welcome to my newest challenge, the Cinderella challenge for The Sims 4. So, as you can guess, this is Cinderella's story. I'm going to focus on the house exterior first, then on the characters, then on the rules, and then I'm going to give you a grand tour of the house. So there won't be much actual gameplay in this episode, because I'm pretty sure I'll have to change some things about the house. Sorry, I just woke up and I think my mouth isn't fully functioning yet and can't form words. So okay, let's look at this house. I didn't build it. You can find it on the gallery. Just look for Cinderella Manor House. It's based on the movie, and I think it's one of the best Cinderella house builds out there, both outside and inside. It looks very much like the kind of house you would see the stepmother and the step siblings and Cinderella live in. I think it's actually pretty much based on the movie too, the newest Cinderella movie, the live action one rather than the cartoon one. So this is the front of the house. Let's zoom in a little. Here we have the front door, very luxurious. And then here, if I can scroll down, we have a side entrance which I think Cinderella is mostly going to use. Like a servant actually. So I'm going to show you the side of the house. Why am I scrolling up? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So here's from a little further away. Here's from closer. I really like those windows. Here's the garden. Very luxurious garden. Very beautiful. With a little bench, a seating area. 2 ways to access the garden. I think this will be from the kitchen. Oh, I'm not sure though. I don't remember from looking inside. So you can see it's a very big house, and then we have the side. So the stepmother and step siblings can use as much money as they want, so that's pretty good for them. Cinderella, however, cannot, according to this challenge, and it's pretty much the way it goes in the story too. So before focusing on the rules, I'll focus on the characters. This is our first character, Lady Tremaine, the evil stepmother. No custom content, and I do think this dress fits her rather well. It really looks a lot like the one you see in the cartoon movie, one of my favorite movies. So her aspiration is to be fabulously wealthy. For this she needs to have 10,000 simoleons as a reserve, which she already has. She has as much money as she wants. And to make 5,000 simoleons. I'm not going to let her get a job. She doesn't need a job. I mean, I can mother load as much as I want according to the challenge. I'm just going to do it right now, you see. There we go. Oh, she's already up to level 2. Oh, let's do this again. Maybe she'll complete her aspiration. Here we go. Yes, that's pretty much enough. So she wants to be fabulously wealthy, and as you can see, she's well on her way to becoming that. Now we have enough money reserved to get through this challenge. Let's see, she has no skills, of course. Did I put long or ordinary lifespan? Going to check for a second. Here we go. Long, but it should be ordinary for this challenge. Okay, that's fine. So she's a snob. She's evil, has business insight, and she's oh god, I don't know how you say this in English actually. It's a threat that means you don't want to clean up anything. So let me look at the icon on the page. She's a slob. It's basically practically what I was thinking it was, and it's practically the same as it's in Dutch. In Dutch we say slons, and it's slob in English. So that's nice. So this means that she's going to let everything just lie there, and our dearest Cinderella will have to clean it up. Is there anything else we should know about her? I don't think so. She's the actual mother of Drusilla and Anastasia, and not of Cinderella. This was also part of the challenge, that you had to make Cinderella not be the child of Lady Tremaine. So let's focus on Anastasia, who has very bad manners apparently. She's a slob too. Her aspiration as a child is to be an artistical miracle child. For this she needs to get a crafty table and draw 2 plates inspired. I'm not sure if I can control her according to the challenge. I'm going to go over the rules again soon. There are a lot of rules. If I can control her, I'm going to help her get this aspiration. She might be an evil child, but this child is still a child, and she's not evil because she wants to be. She's evil because her mother didn't give her enough, didn't raise her well enough to be a good person. So that's it. Artistical aspiration and the slob thread. Also, look at her dress, very luxurious. I really like it. Here's our older child, Anastasia, with the black hair and also a very luxurious dress. Her aspiration is to become a genius child, so the knowledge skill. For this she needs to play chess 3 times and be read for 2 hours by an adult. To be read to. So her manners are very low too, because she's also a slob. So we have a person who is let me check again. Oh, come on. Evil, a snob and a slob, and we have 2 more slobs. So everything's going to be down to Cinderella, who has very good manners because her parents taught her right before they unfortunately died. As you can see, she's not as fabulously dressed. I was going to look for a dress that looked kind of like she had to, like she was cleaning all the time, but you don't find that for children, because of course, well, it would be a little sadistic to have children clean all the time, wouldn't it? So Cinderella's actually a pretty sadistic fairy tale. Her aspiration is to be an artistical miracle child, to have a craft table and to draw 2 things inspired as step 1 of this. So she has no skills yet, of course. So now I'm going to go over the rules. I'm going to focus on these 4 while I do so. So you have to create a family. The family should consist of 1 mother. Here we go, Lady Tremaine. 2 daughters, Anastasia and Drusilla. And a 3rd child, Cinderella, unrelated to the rest of the family. For wardrobe, the stepmother and daughters should have stylish and expensive hair and clothing, any style they want. Cinderella's hair, clothes and makeup must look as humble as possible. Well, children don't wear makeup, but I think in comparison it looks pretty humble. For characteristics, the stepmother should at least have the no evil traits. The sisters should have the hot-headed and snob traits, but the thing is, the slob trait, I added that because this is actually made for the Sims 3, and I'm going to give them the snob trait when they grow up, but they can't have it yet now. Or maybe they could, but I thought it would be more challenging to turn them into slobs. I'm not sure. I made them a while ago and didn't start playing until now. So, but the stepmother is evil, so that's good. So I'm going to make these 2 hot-headed and snob when they grow up. Maybe 1 hot-headed, maybe 1 a snob. Cinderella's fairy godmother should also be created when Cinderella becomes a teen, so I'm not going to do that yet. She's not a teen yet. So create a home for Cinderella and her family. We've done that. The home should have 2 sections. 1 section should be lavish and expensive and have the best of everything. This section will house the stepmother and sisters. Their cash flow is unlimited, so have fun there. The second section is for Cinderella. This may be part of the house or a little separate shack home detached on the property. The cost of this little house and Cinderella's garden items must not exceed 10,000 simoleons. This part of the house is the only place where Cinderella can relax, eat, bathe, build and entertain guests, so choose your items and furnishings wisely. This portion of the home must include all the necessary items for cooking and eating, as well as bathing and going to the restroom. If you want Cinderella to develop skills in a certain area, make sure her home has these items as well. The home itself can be a large room or a mini home. Once she outgrows an item, she may sell it off, but keep in mind while building that this home should suit her into adulthood. And even though she can sell things off, the prices depreciate considerably. So this means that when I buy her a children's violin and she grows up into a teenager, I can sell it and then maybe buy a regular violin. Create a special garden for Cinderella. This could be next to a door that leads from Cinderella's house, wing a little deeper to the property. You may spend as much money as you like on the plants and flowers in this section. Any furnishings or other decorations must come out of Cinderella's budget. So for the challenge rules, no cheating for Cinderella, of course not. If you pause to ask, is this cheating, then it probably is. Okay, pretty straightforward. No aspiration rewards for Cinderella. These things don't exist in real life either. No influencing family members to do chores. No extra money except Cinderella's 5 simoleons a day wages. You will need to keep a tally throughout the challenge of how much money she has, so you can know how much she has to spend. Unlimited money for stepmother and stepsisters. You don't need to keep track of their money, you can motherload as much as you want for them. Just be sure you know how much of the money belongs to Cinderella. The stepmother and stepsisters may use any aspiration points they build. They may work if you want them to, but they're lazy, so if you just want a few less bodies to keep track of during the day, you can have them work, but it's not necessary. The family may hire gardeners and repair people. For a harder challenge, you can have Cinderella perform these chores too, but I don't think she can perform them if she's still a child. I'll see if she can repair anything. If she can't, I'm going to have Lady Tremaine hire a repairman until she can. So stage 1, childhood. I'm not going to bore you with the details of teenage years yet. So we're children now, we're going to focus on the childhood years first. So the goal is to finish childhood with at least an A or B average and build as many skills as possible. Restrictions. Cinderella must complete her chores each day before doing her homework. Her chores include recycling old papers, which is something from The Sims 3. This isn't in The Sims 4 anymore, so we don't have to do that. Cleaning dishes and putting away leftovers before they go bad, which is critical, you will find, to her general well-being. Cleaning any visibly dirty toilet, sink, cabinet or tub in her stepsister's part of the house. Adding making the beds to the list will make the challenge harder, but we can't do that in The Sims 4. So, basically, when she comes home from school, Cinderella has to first clean up the entire house, put away leftovers and clean the dishes before she can start on homework. Cinderella may only eat leftovers or cook her own food once she is old enough in her own part of the house. She must sit separately from the family when she eats. She may invite guests over once she has officially made friends with him. She and her guests must stay in her part of the house though. Cinderella may only go to community lots on the weekends, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and she may only do this if she has finished all of her chores on her list. If she breaks curfew, she's not allowed to leave the lot until the next age stage, so be sure to be back on time. Anytime another family member or one of their guests wants to use a particular item at the same time as Cinderella, for example a bathtub Cinderella is trying to clean, Cinderella must leave. If someone is in the bathroom and she needs in for cleaning, she has to wait for them to leave. She is not allowed to shoo them. Cinderella must have the most uncomfortable single bed. She earns $5 a day for her work, 5 simoleons, and she may spend this on whatever she would like. So that's a lot of rules to keep track of. So now on to something that's more fun than rules. The house, and it's a pretty amazing house, I can tell you that already. So let's see, I'm going to put the walls this way. So here we have the entrance, which is pretty majestic. We have a stairs, we have double doors, we have a mirror. So again, I didn't make this house, but I just love it. Here's with the walls up, which I think is also pretty good to look at. This is kind of the way I want my hallway if I ever build a house and have like unlimited funds. So this is the next room. This is like an in-between seating area. And here we have a grand piano. Here is the dining room with beautiful wood paneling, very luxurious. Then here we have the living room, also very luxurious if you ask me. I don't know what this is, but it looks like marble. Let's go here. Here we have the library with lots and lots and lots of books and very beautiful bookshelves. Really, I love these bookshelves. So here we go into some kind of sunroom, which is like some parlor sunroom where they can play chess. Now we have a couch, and here we have the kitchen. I estimate that Cinderella will spend a lot of time in here cooking for her family. Oh, I love how they did this. This looks so amazing. So very authentic and old, and walls go down. Okay. I would have a lot of fun cooking here, but I'm not sure if Cinderella is going to think of it as much fun. So let's go up one floor. Here is the hallway where you end up. It's open to below, very beautiful. There's a couch here. Then we have the bedrooms. As you can see, these are double doors. Then you come into this smaller room between two bedrooms. I do think it's quite beautiful. And then why is there a wall here? Okay, there's a wall here for reasons I don't really understand. Is it going to work though if there's a wall here? Okay, whatever. I don't think... Let's see. So the wall is gone. Now what happens? It's probably going to be a hole in the roof now, but I can't very well have a wall like in the middle of the bedroom now, can I? Hold on. So this can't be put here for some reason. Okay, so while these are all very pretty, I'm going to take this away. They can just float on their own. So this is a bedroom for one of the stepsisters or for the stepmother. I don't care either way which one takes this room. Then we have a desk here and an ensuite bathroom with everything one would need in an ensuite. Here on the other side we have two more rooms. Going to put up the walls for a second so you can see. Come on. So, okay, fine. Why was I up so high? Okay, I hope the house doesn't break on me because it's a beautiful house. I don't want it to break. So walls up for 1 second. This is another room between two rooms, between the hallway and the actual room, with a beautiful painting, wood paneling. Then here we come into the room itself. We have very green colors here. I think this will be Drusilla's room. It kind of reminds me of her for some reason. This is the bed, very luxurious, a desk. Then here we have an entrance to an ensuite where we have again a bath, wash basin and a toilet. And then this room, which seems to me at least to be the largest room, I'm going to make into the stepmother's room. But I think the bed is missing. So this is definitely the stepmother's room. But we need a bed, so I'm going to add this bed. Where are the beds? Here they are. To pick a very luxurious bed. This does look like something the stepmother would sleep in, but I'm going to go for this. And with purple. No. Purple didn't seem to fit perfectly though. Maybe I should go for this one. I'm going to go for this one. And I'm going to get rid of these curtains here. So you can be here for 1 second. So why can't it stand against the wall? Is it because of this? Is it... Okay, I'm going to have this here for 1 second. No, apparently not. So you can go back. What else is here that... Oh, is it this frame of sorts maybe? Oh god, this is going to... Oh no, we put too much of it is gone. So, oh, yeah, of course, I see now. But it might actually just be because of this light. Finally, we made it. So the bed is actually more purple than I wanted it to be. Can we change this into something more like... Ugh. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to see if we have anything... If this suits better. Okay, I'm just going to go for the purple for now. So this is the stepmother's room where we have a desk, a couch. It's very large. We have this. It's all very luxurious too. And we have here a bathroom with another bath, a wash basin and a toilet. So, and then here, right behind the hallway, there's this tiny little staircase going up to the room that probably needs the most work. Cinderella's room. Can I go back to... Yes. So, here we go. And Cinderella's room is basically an attic filled with all kinds of stuff and clutter right now. And here we have this little bathroom for her. But we don't have a kitchen, so I'm going to have to add that in. And then here we have a bedroom and a desk and a closet for Cinderella. So I think we'll have a lot of trouble here with things standing in the way though. So I'm going to start moving. Please go up, thank you. So this roof is actually quite annoying. Can I bring it down maybe? No, level up. Okay, if all walls are down, then we have no issues with the roof. So, what do I move here? So, I don't see the use of adding a bookcase there. I'd better not move that there. Okay, so whenever I seem to want to move something, it doesn't fit in anymore. This is just clutter, so I can remove this. Maybe add something else for Cinderella here. She's still a child, so she'll need some child items to occupy herself with. She's creative, so... What is the... So this is basically the same, isn't it? This does look more like something for Cinderella. So, can I put anything really here? So there are apparently other objects that are standing in the way. Is it the roof maybe? So these are all painting objects. I'm going to let them stand here. So what else would Cinderella need as a child? It's been a while since I played with children. She doesn't need a potty anymore, I think. Maybe something to play with? Tablets only for... so... Okay, can we get something a little more grown up? So we have this traveling bag, we have a dollhouse, cheap dollhouse. This sounds like something for Cinderella though. Okay, not then. Going to add you here in this color. Thank you. Now I'm going to add some toys. Not that many, we don't have a lot of money. She can then put in... I think, isn't it... Oh, there's a door here. That's why. So there's a door, but the door doesn't really lead anywhere right now, so. So, thank you. Ah, come on. No. Okay, finally, about time. So here I'm going to get rid of this, unfortunately, and this, and this, and this. It's all very beautiful, but if we want to add a kitchen here, we can't keep it. So I'm going to keep the chair though. So kitchen. See which one will work for here. One it looks a little rustic, a little old. Modern Victorian. Yeah, something like this, but maybe can we get it cheaper though? Okay. So we'll need a fridge. Alright, is it out maybe? Or... Okay, I figured it now. So we'll need a stove. And we'll need a sink. Okay, so that looks to be pretty much everything we can need. I'm going to see if I can find ourselves a cheap table. And some cheap chairs. Color, I don't like the color, I need it in a darker color. Okay, so seriously? Okay, so this seems pretty okay for a kitchen. I'm going to remove some of more objects here. This can go. This can go. I'm going to add a book closet. Oh, that was an actual light. Okay, so the light can stay. Where does my book closet go? Okay, so apparently not here. Can we move it here though? Cannot go to roofs. So we can move it here. Okay, so that looks pretty good. We have a bookcase, we have a seating area, we have an area to eat. Maybe I should add a fire alarm. Let's see. Still think we'll have to change some things because it'll probably all explode. No, I think we won't be able to get through some of the things for walking and such. So here's the bathroom, that's okay. Going to add this in the corner maybe. So what else could a child need? Let me think for 1 second. Maybe someone to talk to. Oh, the dollhouse. I was going to buy her a little dollhouse, the cheapest one we had. Do I have room though? No, sorry Cinderella. No dollhouse for you. Maybe we have room for... How is this possible? I mean, we just had that other thing here. Okay, so no toy for you. Very sorry, Cindy. Okay, so I think that's most of what we need. So now I've changed it. Let's go over the... I really need to remember to put the floors down in this house. Let's go over the kitchen. This is the small kitchen. Dining area, seating area. A place where she can level up some of her skills. If I want to level up her knowledge skill though, how would I go about that? Insight skill. Maybe by reading a book. Okay, I'll see during the challenge. I'm going to leave this here because I want her to be able to paint later on in the challenge. And here we have a place for her to make her homework, sleep. Just a regular bedroom actually. So I think we're pretty much good to go. I'm pretty sure some things will change about this because the roof is weird and I think the roof is going to screw us all up here. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you tune in next time for the first real episode in the Cinderella challenge. Thanks again for watching.